This is Oceans Moonlit Pathways, and I'm Miss MJXOXO. This reading is on Mariah the Scientist. But before I start, here is my disclaimer. Everything I say is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. My readings are subject to interpretation, and they should not be taken as absolute. So in the pre-pull, I picked up a lot of occult energy. People are dabbling a lot of things. There's a lot of dibbling and dabbling, a lot of hocus pocus. When I was pulling the cards, I felt anxious, uneasy, a slight headache. So I feel like she could be feeling anxious right now, and I want to cry. So she's probably really heartbroken and hurt right now. She probably cries a lot because I have the urge to cry. I'm starting to cry, but I'm separating myself from the emotions because I know these are not my emotions. But I feel like she's crying a lot. She's very sad. So it says news of a birth. Somebody could have been pregnant and given birth. It says, or a new business opportunity. So Mariah could be gaining some new business opportunities despite what she's going through. And I feel like too, I heard the sympathy and payola. I'm not saying that she's using sympathy and payola, but I feel like naturally when women go through certain events, people tend to, especially a woman like Mariah the Scientist, not to discredit her talent or anything like that, but I feel like with the way she looks, and even just maybe she is a really nice person and people could favor her, and her going through something so heartbreaking, I feel like opportunities will open up. I also feel like outside of being heartbroken, if she decides to leave him, I don't know, I haven't seen anything in the cards, but if she does decide to leave him, opportunities will open up. Sometimes it takes you walking away from a situation that no longer serves you for the real opportunities to begin to open up. We don't know what we're tied to. We don't know what we're bound to. Let me put them down like this. Let's see. So it says news of a birth or a new business opportunity. It says romance is in the air. So there could be an outside romance, or even just the romance with your career, loving your job, loving your business, loving your career. It says an exciting event. So I'm getting like, look, an exciting event, a birth of a child. So I'm getting the energy of an album release, even a talent show, because I remember growing up there was a TV show called The Gong Show. So there could be some type of talent show, industry event, an event from what I see. Like, you know what I'm getting the energy of too now with The Gong Show, because they critique you based on your talent. I'm getting the energy of like when you release an album or a song and you play the music for people in a room and people judge the song or the album, an album release type of thing. Romance is in the air, love is in the air. He could have ended up buying her roses, asking for forgiveness. She could have even gotten roses for like some type of music venture or business venture that she has participated in. Recognition, reward for merit. So it's harvest season. Somebody could have given her a fruit basket or a food basket. I'm getting that edibles thing. Edible arrangements. Edible arrangements is the energy I'm getting. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Somebody could have sent like a gift basket of like snacks for some celebratory purposes. Don't forget this is past, present, future energy. Also, I feel like somebody could walk with a cane. So somebody could sustain some type of leg injury or need to have a cane. There could be an elder. Pay attention to your health. I feel like she needs to be careful. And even with the roses, maybe somebody could be hospitalized and they bring flowers. Somebody could be hospitalized for some type of injury that may require a cane. This could be like an older person even, because that looks like an elder. If it's not her, you know what I'm saying? And like when people bring you flowers to the hospital, like flowers and balloon, this is like that Leo energy. We know Young Thug from my last time I did that reading. He's a Leo, fire sign energy. It says time to act. I feel like he's gonna pull out the stops, pull out all the stops. I feel like I said that in another reading. Like he's gonna do anything he has to do to secure the relationship, to reel her back in, is the energy I'm receiving. Something significant could happen in January. And I feel like they may deal with a really bad storm. This could be emotional, like an emotional storm. I'm hearing coming to a head. And even with the emotional storm, I feel like someone could get iced out. I'm hearing vanilla ice. Ice, ice, baby. Vanilla. Maybe Mariah, she's light skinned. She could be vanilla ice. She could end up being cold and detached by January. Like the deal, I'm hearing like finalize the deal. So that could be business or the relationship. An older woman. There we go with the elder again. So it could be an elder woman. Some kind of older woman. It says dealings or relationship with the older woman. I had seen things about a mom. I don't know what her relationship is like with her mom, but there could be some things connected to a mother figure. A mother figure. It says shark and it lands on the lion. Somebody's very primal, very animalistic. It says take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. If she continues down the path with Thug, it could grossly impact her career is the energy I'm getting. When I see hills, it makes me think of that TV show with Lauren. Obstacles to overcome. So there will be some obstacles to overcome in her career path because of this connection. And it could be there could be some type of connection to California. I think there's even a Baldwin Hills, or if there's some type of hills in Georgia, maybe. I'm not familiar with Georgia like that. I've never been to Georgia. It says you should accept valid criticism. So I get the energy of like an album music. I don't follow Mariah the Scientist, so I don't know if she recently released music. Is she going to release music? I feel like people could be giving her advice. Criticism on her relationship is the energy I'm picking up. I'm in strong relationship energy. I'm in strong relationship energy, but remember, I'm trying not to be messy. We're focusing on career. So I feel like there could be criticism on a project. Maybe there's some type of music or some type of lyric that she might want to share, and people are criticizing her on it, possibly, and they're telling her to be open about it. I feel like even with the tea, like she could be spilling personal things. And if this is not her, this could be somebody else, somebody in her energy. I get the energy of gossip. Somebody's sipping the tea and somebody's going to spill the tea. So I feel like we might end up hearing gossip that could impact her career in some ways. Or that's the stuff that's coming out right now. Maybe that's what's being released right now. There's an angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. So she's protected, especially from harm of the sharks and the lions in her energy. I'm hearing this is all a test. And I'm even hearing this is only a test, right? This is a test. I'm hearing that emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test. I'm hearing that. Five of Pentacles is the breakup, separation, divorce. We've seen that in the reading that I did 7 months ago. So they could end up breaking up because of this situation. I feel like she's gotten intuitive hits. Like I said, I get a lot of occult energy, a lot of spiritual energy, a lot of ritualistic energy. There could be voodoo involved in this situation. Shamanism could be involved. Fire magic could be involved. Voodoo dolls, open portals. I feel like there's going to be a loss of money. Breakup, separation, divorce. Somebody could get kicked out of a home because of this situation. Or they could be in separation because of the situation. This is turning into love because I feel like love strongly impacts the situation. So let's see. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Like the love energy is coming out. With the Hierophant, she's very seductive. She's very sexy. Her music is magical. She had an inner knowing. She already knew. Mariah's intuitive. She could be into like divination. She could do tarot readings or get them done. But she's naturally intuitive, especially with her being a Scorpio. And look, on top of the shark, on top of the lion, the moon, hidden secrets. But she had an inner knowing. She already, all the things, like I feel like a lot of the things that's coming out, she already knew. If she didn't know she didn't know or have concrete evidence internally, she knew. I feel like even in her business, there could be sharks and lions in her camp or in connected to her business. Things going on with her business that she may not have known about. Working with people who are wolves, sharks, lions. that have seen her as prey. So I'm picking up the energy of somebody who could have professionally been taken advantage of. I'm not talking about like SA or anything like that. Like even with money and funds, hidden deals, stolen ideas. We pick that energy up a lot. I'm getting the energy of somebody with multiple personalities, like you're a angel during the day and a monster at night. And maybe not even an angel during the day, but when the sun out, you're a different person, and when the moon comes out, you're just like a monster. So I don't know if he's somebody that could drink and have, this is about exposure too. I feel like a lot of people are going to find out that someone is a low-key monster. Things are being revealed. Sorry. Seven of Swords, trickery, lies, and deceit. Somebody is a monster. They're a liar. Swords cards now for me, the narcissist. They trample over people. Sheeple. So they have a lot of, I'm hearing the word flunkies. I know they call like narcissists have flying monkeys. I'm hearing the word flunkies. They have a lot of flunkies. Abusive, dominating is the energy I'm picking up. And even with this, trickery, lies, and deceit, thievery, theft. So things could have been stolen, even using magic. Bullying. And look, that person has a cane. So there could be, all right, I'm getting messy, child. But you know the elder with the cane, and then this person has a cane. Five of Wands is conflict. Conflict, arguing, fights. They're probably really arguing a lot behind the scenes. She could be arguing with her team. Or somebody could be arguing with her team. Look, it's a snake and a lion. A lot of animalistic energy. More hidden secrets. Lots of moon energy. It's a lot of competition. So in the game, I feel like there's a lot of competition in the music game, obviously. And if she spends too much time, like, you know, it's one of those things where you can't take a break. So the time that she may need to take away to heal from whatever she could be going through, or to deal with whatever she's going through, it's a lot of competition in the game. I'm even getting the energy of people eating you up and devouring you. So if she takes too much time, this is like passion too, like a fire. If she doesn't light the fire under her ass and like do what she has to do, stay relevant, stay focused, work, she could lose relevancy is the energy I'm picking up. Jealousy. I feel like there could be conflict within the, somebody's jealous of her. You find that in narcissistic connections, the man is often jealous of the girlfriend or the women. So I don't know if Thug is jealous of her, but people are jealous of her. This is the spirit of jealousy, the spirit of pride, ego. There's a connection to family. And even though this is in the upright, in reverse is disharmony. There's a lot of arguments, fighting, disharmony, cheating, lies. This is not a happy situation, and this grossly impacts career. Mariah needs to reassess things. She seems like she's being pulled in different directions. So I feel like she's in a state of confusion right now. She's confused. And it says you have the right to change your mind. You know what I'm hearing? Do I stay? Do I leave? Do I go? I think about my life and what matters to me the most. So, child, who sings that song? Take it easy. I don't think I've ever heard. Danny Lay, maybe? And you know this card came out for Danny Lay. Is she cool with Danny Lay? There could be a connection to Danny Lay. There could be some type of connection to Danny Lay if she's cool with her. I don't know. Cherry blossoms, swings. It says, today I allow life to be easy. Okay. She's trying to stay calm, but there are so many mountains, challenges. She could be in a mountainous region of Georgia. Maybe Stone Mountain is the energy I'm picking up. But she's trying to stay calm. It's too many challenges to overcome. This is a lot. I'm hearing surmountable. It says a breakdown is often followed by a breakthrough. Remain calm. So if she could just get through this, she will see a breakthrough. Just get through this. Take a deep breath. And I feel like one of the cards is breathe. Take a deep breath so you can get through this. Let me hurry up. She needs to, like, you know, she's about to elevate. She's about to elevate. If she makes the right decision, you get what you believe you deserve. It's time to raise your standards. If she makes the right decision, she will see elevation. A lot of the times when you stay with the wrong person, it keeps you stuck. You get what you believe you deserve. So there's a need for self-worth and raising her standards because she deserves so much better based on the cards, not my opinion. It says kindness, self-care, self-love is so important. It says, what if being kind to yourself really could change everything? I get the energy of somebody who speaks negatively of themselves. Maybe she beats herself up for the decisions that she's made. Like, why didn't I do this? And why didn't I see this? And when I saw that red flag, why didn't I just leave? And it's like, you know, everything is part of the process. Like, we have to go through these things, whether we see the red flags or not. You're going to get where you need to go eventually, you know? Don't beat yourself up through the process. It says breathe. She needs to just breathe. Maybe she's into like yoga meditation. Maybe she's a plant mom. But she needs to breathe. It says the calmer you are. I'm getting the energy of somebody that could have panic attacks, anxiety attacks. And you will go through that when you are in the midst of spiritual warfare. When you're sleeping with the wrong person, your body will tell you, this is not a safe space. The calmer you are, the more time slows down and the easier it is to get everything done. And speaking of spiritual warfare, because that's all this is. That's all this is. I'm going to quickly breeze through my spiritual warfare cards that I created. And it says binding spell. I'll never let go. So somebody is addicted. They're connected. I don't know if she's the one that casted a spell. I don't know if he casted a spell. But there could be spells involved. And spells don't always have to be candles and brouhaha. It could be manipulation. It could be lies. You know what I'm saying? People could have addictions. They could have a toxic connection. Somebody could have a demonic attachment. It says they've wronged you too many. Okay, they've wronged too many people for too many years. It ends with you. You will be their last victim. Judgment will be called on them. It's game over. So she needs to realize this. A lot of people have been wrong. And right now she could even be dealing with his karma. If he has karma, dude, because listen, in the 3D, you could have the best lawyer. But when it comes to God, that's a case you can't beat. Somebody's a Pisces. Somebody could have Pisces in their chart. It says emotional collapse, mental health decline, spiritually drained leads to physical illness. And then we get the energy of somebody being hospitalized, a dark punishment. Somebody could have a seafood allergy or poisoning, turns fatal. Rapid mental decline leads to distress. Somebody could have a brain hemorrhage from extreme stress. It says brain damage from lack of oxygen. Somebody could drown. This could be literal, metaphorical. Obviously, it's not going to be all of these things, but this is something that she could deal with, somebody in her energy could deal with. But I feel like being drained, mental health issues, it comes with the territory of spiritual warfare. So I feel like it's just strong spiritual warfare right now. It says shadow phase, inner struggle, purging negativity. She's going through a transformation through major trials, turmoil, fear, anxiety. We saw the anxiety. I feel the anxiety. My stomach felt uneasy. Feeling loss, renewal. So she is going through it right now. Once again, somebody's doing magic. Look, binding spells, love manipulation, used underwear, hair, honey jars, love, sigils, photos wrapped in string, perfume with intention. Do you know that people do stuff like that? Period blood. So I don't know if she's into that type of stuff, or somebody could be doing, she could do that to him, he could do that to her, or there could be a woman in his energy that does it to him. But people be into all kinds of shenanigans and mess. Health and body attacks. There we go again. Create affliction using hexed items, methods like hex food or drink, body oils or soaps, spiritually manipulated. Photos stuck with pins, illness jars, and we saw the voodoo priestess. So somebody could be doing hoodoo or voodoo practices with the poppets grave dirt sprinkled on items with the photo stuck with pins. There could be a voodoo doll involved. Lots of occultist things. And I want to save this one for last. She's protected though. You're going to go through things. You know what I'm saying? You could be spiritually protected, especially if she prays, if she believes in God. That's all you need, really, honestly speaking. All you need is to really have faith in God and trust in God and be committed and dedicated to God. You know, sometimes we make commitments to the wrong people and it screws us up. It says Archangel Michael supports you by shielding you from harm and leading you to victory. Protection, strength, justice. See, it's spiritual. This is spiritual warfare, spiritual battle. They could be in spiritual court. Creative awakening, inspiration. So I feel like she's going to come out with some music or something, some type of creative endeavor that's going to be bomb. Creativity battles spiritual blockages. Things are about to flow. She's going to express herself and she's going to use these difficult times to inspire. And these difficult times inspire her. She's going to be an inspiration. And her creative energy is alchemy. She's going to alchemize whatever she's going through to clear out the blockages through her creativity. And lastly, it says Jezebel and Ahab. So there's a Jezebel spirit involved. It says aligning with corrupt influences will lead you away from God. Manipulation, corruption, judgment, greed, wicked influence, power misuse, and idolatry. And on that note, in the mighty name of Jesus, I pray for Mariah the Scientist. Thank you so much for watching and listening, you guys. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Okay? Happy healing, y'all. Bye.